Hello, and welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at a couple of proverbs. Proverbs are wise words of how to live life. So I hope you'll learn some wise words, and I hope we learn some words we can use. So let's enjoy together. So we start off with Proverbs chapter 12, verse 11. He who tills his land shall have plenty of bread, but he who chases fantasies is void of understanding. So we have this word tills, tills, tills. This is to prepare the land for growing crops, plowing, sowing, things like that. So if you look down in my picture down here, you see a bunch of land that we could plant on. Nice big green field. First, you need to plow. Genesis 4:2 has words it this way. Again, she gave birth to Cain's brother Abel. Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. So Abel watched the sheep, but Cain was a farmer, prepared the ground. Fantasies, fantasies, fantasies. This is think about or imagine what is impossible or improbable. Impossible, never going to happen. Improbable, not very likely. Probably not happen. I have been fantasizing about moving to Hawaii for years. So it could happen, but it's not very likely. Fantasizes. Void, void, void. Empty. The Star Trek Enterprise entered into the void of space for its 5-year mission. So if you're a Trekkie, you'd know this was part of the every episode of Star Trek. So for you Trekkies out there, void just means empty. Understanding, understanding, understanding. You know what is going on. I nodded my head to show my understanding of his problem. Yeah, I know. I've been through that, or I've been through something similar. Understanding. So Proverbs 12:11 becomes, he who tills his land shall have plenty of bread, but he who chases fantasies is void of understanding. So this could become, he who prepares his land shall have plenty of bread, but he who chases what is impossible is empty of knowing what is going on. Tills, fantasies, void, and understanding. Proverbs 17:16. Why is there money in the hand of a fool to buy wisdom, since he has no understanding? Fool, fool, fool. A silly, foolish, or unwise person. Don't be a fool. Save part of your money for the days ahead. Right? Don't be a fool. Save your money. Silly, unwise person. Proverbs 17:16. Why is there money in the hand of a fool to buy wisdom? This could become, why is there money in the hand of a silly, unwise person to buy wisdom? A fool. Proverbs 22:7. The rich rule over the poor. The borrower is servant to the lender. borrower, borrower, borrower. You use something that belongs to another and plan to return it, usually with interest. Psalm 37:21 puts it this way: the wicked borrow and don't pay back, but the righteous give generously. Or Matthew 5:42 says it this way: give to him who asks you, and don't turn away him who desires to borrow. So the idea of a borrower. A lender, 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 lender. This is give something to someone with the understanding that they will give it back, usually with interest. So Luke 6:34-35 puts it this way: if you lend to those from whom you hope to receive, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners to receive back as much. But love your enemies and do good and lend, expecting nothing back. And your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High, for he is kind toward the unthankful. So the idea of a lender. So Proverbs 22:7 simply becomes this: the rich rule over the poor, the borrower is servant to the lender. The rich rule over the poor, the one who uses with interest is servant to the one who gives to make interest, borrower and lender. Proverbs 28:22. A stingy man hurries after riches and doesn't know that poverty waits for him. That's why I use this particular picture, right? Looks like a junk pile, right? So in their rush to get riches, they ended up with a junk pile. So we have the word stingy, 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 stingy. Doesn't want to spend money. He was so stingy that he forgot where he kept his wallet, right? Never takes out his wallet. Probably goes way back, but I remember the I Love Lucy show, the original one. And Fred Mertz, all kinds of jokes that he never takes out his wallet, never wants to spend money. Stingy. Poverty, poverty, poverty. Very poor, or not enough money. The people lived in poverty, but still gave to the less fortunate. So just because you're poor doesn't mean you're not generous and kind to other people. Poverty. Proverbs 6:10-11. It says it this way: a little sleep, a little slumber, a little of the folding of hands to sleep. So your poverty will come as a robber, and your scarcity as an armed man. So there you have poverty again. So Proverbs 28:22 could become this: a stingy man hurries after riches and doesn't know that poverty waits for him. This becomes a man who doesn't want to spend money, hurries after riches, and doesn't know that not enough money waits for him. Stingy, poverty. Proverbs chapter 3, verses 13-14. Happy is the man who finds wisdom, the man who gets understanding. For her good profit is better than getting silver, and her return is better than fine gold. So we have this idea of profit, profit, profit. You make more money than you spend. Good deal. Mark 8:36 words it this way. For what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his life? Go after profit, gain everything, give up your life. Profit. Return, return, return. This is the money you get back from an investment. She was surprised to learn that the return on her investment was 7 times her original investment. What a great deal. So we have a term ROI, return on investment, right? How much money did you put into this investment? How much did you take out? Your ROI or your return. So Proverbs 3:14 says this, for her good profit is better than getting silver, and her return is better than fine gold. So this could become, for her good, making more money than you spend is better than getting silver, and her money from investments is better than fine gold. So the idea of profit and return. Proverbs 3:30. Don't strive with a man without cause, if he has done you no harm. We have the strange word strive, strive, strive. This is to strongly fight with someone. Strive. You can also strive to get ahead. Really work hard to get ahead. Matthew 12:19 says this. He will not strive, nor shout, neither will anyone hear his voice in the streets. So this is a good person, right? Doesn't strive and fight with everyone, doesn't shout at everyone. No one hears his voice in the streets. We used to call this a well-mannered person, right? Person with good manners. Strive. So Proverbs 3:30. Don't strive with a man without cause. So this becomes, don't strongly fight with a man without cause. So try to get along with people. Don't strive. Proverbs 18:19. A brother offended is more difficult than a fortified city. Disputes are like the bars of a fortress. So here we have the word fortified, fortified, fortified. This has protection against being attacked. So you're fortified. Hazor was the first fortified city taken in the Promised Land. So it was fortified, but yet they still took it. Fortified. So then we have the word disputes, 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 disputes. This is an argument, debate, or disagreement. There arose a great dispute between father and son as to who would drive the Tesla first. Could be the electric Tesla or the regular Tesla, but both father and son wanted to be the first to drive it, the Tesla. So a dispute, an argument. Fortress, fortress, fortress. This is a place that is strong militarily. Sometimes we say it like this. Homes in LA, Los Angeles, are like fortresses with high gates, guard dogs, and the latest security systems. So they're like fortresses. They're like a military compound when it's supposed to be a home, a fortress. So Proverbs 18:19. A brother offended is more difficult than a fortified city. Disputes are like the bars of a fortress. So this could become a brother offended is more difficult than a heavily protected city. Arguments are like the bars of a military stronghold. So we have the words fortified, disputes, and fortress. Proverbs 9:13. The foolish woman is loud, undisciplined, and knows nothing. So the word foolish, 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 not wise, lacking common sense or judgment. You are talking foolishness. The Czech Republic will win the World Cup for sure. Another place I lived was the Czech Republic. They're good at soccer or football. Well, they're going to win the World Cup, maybe. Foolish. Undisciplined, undisciplined, undisciplined. Not controlling what you do or say. Just do whatever you want, say whatever you want. Undisciplined. She remained undisciplined, only doing what she wanted when she wanted to do it. So don't feel like cleaning the house, don't clean the house. Don't feel like going to work, just don't go. Do what you want when you want. Undisciplined. Proverbs 9:13. The foolish woman is loud, undisciplined, and knows nothing. The unwise woman is loud, uncontrolled, and knows nothing. Foolish, undisciplined. Proverbs 27:15. A continual dropping on a rainy day and a contentious wife are alike. Continual, continual, continual. This always happens, or at least frequently happens. Does not stop. Continual. Your continual nagging only makes me want to fight with you more. Do this, do this, do this, do this. Just makes me want to fight more. Continual. Proverbs 27:15. A continual dropping on a rainy day and a contentious wife are alike. This could be reworded. A never-ending dropping on a rainy day and an arguing wife are alike. Continual, contentious. Proverbs 31:30. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears Yahweh, she shall be praised. So we have this word charm, 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 causing people to like or admire you. People could also delight in you. They say there's somebody is charming. He was so charming. How could I say no to his request for a date? He made me admire and like him. So why not go on a date with him? Charm. Vain, vain, vain. You have a high opinion of your own appearance, worth, or abilities. It also could mean a useless attempt, a vain attempt. Didn't work. The song was about a handsome, successful man You're so vain, you probably think it is about you. So there was a song a while back that had a similar theme, almost the same words, right? You probably think this song is about you, don't you? So the word vain. So Proverbs 31:30. Charm is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But a woman who fears Yahweh, she shall be praised. Getting people to like you is deceitful, and beauty is having too high an opinion of yourself. But a woman who fears Yahweh, she shall be praised. Charm and vain. Proverbs 1:2. To know wisdom and instruction, to discern the words of understanding. Discern, discern, discern. To recognize or perceive something. I can discern the difference between right and wrong. I recognize the difference. Discern. Proverbs 1:2. To know wisdom and instruction, to discern the words of understanding. To know wisdom and instruction, to recognize the words of understanding. Discern. Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is supreme. Get wisdom. Yes, though it cost all of your possessions, get understanding. Supreme, supreme, supreme. Highest in power, rank, or authority. The Supreme Court takes the highest and most difficult cases in America. They're supreme, the highest court there is. Supreme. Possessions, possessions, possessions. If you possess something, that's something that you own. My possessions include a recliner in every room, a lazy boy in every room. Doesn't in my house, but maybe for some of you, that's some of your possessions, what you possess. With Proverbs 4:7. Wisdom is supreme. Get wisdom. Yes, though it cost all your possessions, get understanding. So wisdom is the highest. Get wisdom. Yes, though it cost all you own, get understanding. Supreme and possessions. Proverbs 15:28. The heart of the righteous weighs answers, but the mouth of the wicked gushes out evil. So we have the word weighs, weighs, weighs. See the importance of to make a decision. I weighed my options and chose the most expensive Hyundai I could find. So I didn't want a cheaper car. I wanted a very nice, expensive car that will last me a long time and that I would enjoy. Weighing your options. Weighs. Gushes. 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 Rapidly flows out. So sometimes we say of young people in love, they're gushing over someone. Right? Their emotions are just spilling out everywhere. Gushes. The water gushed out of the newly installed fountain, rapidly flows out. Gushes. So Proverbs 15:28. The heart of the righteous weighs answers, but the mouth of the wicked gushes out evil. This can become the heart of the righteous sees what answers are important. but the mouth of the wicked rapidly flows out evil, weighs and gushes. Proverbs 26:4. Don't answer a fool according to his folly, lest you also be like him. Fool, fool, fool. A silly, foolish, or unwise person. So we had the word foolish before. Folly, folly, folly. Something you do that is foolish and lacks common sense, right? So you can be a fool, but you do folly, something that you do. Frank cheated on the exam and was punished for his folly, something foolish that he did. Folly. So Proverbs 26:4. Don't answer a fool according to his folly, lest you also be like him. So Proverbs 26:4, don't answer a silly, unwise person according to his foolish acts, lest you also be like him. So a fool and folly. Proverbs 28:23. One who rebukes a man will afterward find more favor than one who flatters with the tongue. Flatters, flatters, flatters. Insincere praise or compliments to get what you want. A statement that makes someone happy or honored. So you can have insincere flattery, right? You look like you really should be in an expensive car, right? Or, that new hat you bought looks really nice on you. I really like that. So real flattery or fake flattery. So the used car salesman used flattery, so I would buy a more expensive car. So insincere flattery, right? Flattery. So Proverbs 28:23. One who rebukes a man will afterward find more favor than one who flatters with the tongue. This becomes, one who rebukes a man will afterward find more favor than one who gives insincere praise with the tongue. So sometimes you need to have tough love, right? You're doing something wrong, you need to stop. Instead of just saying, oh, you're wonderful, right? Everything you do is great. Sometimes a rebuke is what you need. Proverbs 6:10-11. Little sleep, little slumber, little of the folding of hands to sleep. So your poverty will come as a robber, and your scarcity as an armed man. We used this passage before, but this is the word slumber. 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 This just means to sleep. So the Girl Scout troop had a slumber party with snacks and scary stories. So we used to do this when I was younger. You'd have a sleepover, or sometimes called a slumber party. You'd meet and we'd have pizza and snacks, and sometimes we'd sleep inside in the living room, or sometimes we'd set up a tent in the backyard and sleep outside. So the idea of a slumber party, sleepover, right? Just kids having fun. So this passage is funny because it literally means a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So this actually means a little sleep, a little more sleep, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So really emphasizes don't sleep too much. You need sleep, but don't sleep too much. Proverbs 12:1. Whoever loves correction loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is stupid. Correction, correction, correction. A change that fixes an error or inaccuracy. So something's wrong and you fix it. I smiled as the teacher couldn't find anything to correct on my exam. Got 100, nothing to correct. Correction. Reproof, reproof, reproof. This is blame or disapproval, right? You don't like something somebody is doing, and you tell them. I was given a mild reproof for being 1 minute late for class. Sure, we've all had teachers like this. I had one teacher, way back when, who would literally lock the door when the second bell rang. Second bell means you have to be in class. Soon as that second bell rings, lock the door. You can't get into class, even if you wanted to. So very, very strict teacher. So 1 minute late for class, get a reproof. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Not smart or lacks common sense. So the F, stupid. The teacher reported the students were not stupid, just lazy, right? They could do the work, they just didn't want to. They were lazy, not stupid. So Proverbs 12:1 could become this. Whoever loves correction loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is stupid. Whoever loves changing to get better loves knowledge, but he who hates disapproval to get better is not smart. So if something's going to help you to get better, you should probably listen. Correction, reproof, stupid. Proverbs 19:20. Listen to counsel and receive instruction, that you may be wise in your latter end. Latter, latter, latter. This is near the end of something. So during the latter half of my life, I want to be rich and successful. So the second half of your life, you want to be doing very, very well. Former, former, former. This is near the beginning of something, before. He changed his name as his former name was Michael Mouse, Mickey Mouse. So he probably should change his name. Former. Proverbs 19:20. Listen to counsel and receive instruction, that you may be wise in your latter end. Listen to counsel and receive instruction, that you may be wise in your second half of life. Latter. Proverbs 28:13. He who conceals his sins doesn't prosper, but whoever confesses and renounces them finds mercy. Conceals, conceals, conceals. To hide someone or something. He successfully concealed his identity for 10 years. So if you conceal something, you hide it. Conceals. Renounces, renounces, renounces. You give up the rights to something. You stop using or consuming something, so you renounce it. King Henry VIII renounced the throne of England on December 11th, 1936. He renounced the throne, gave up his rights to being King of England, gave up his rights to the throne, renounces. Proverbs 28:13. He who conceals his sins doesn't prosper, but whoever confesses and renounces them finds mercy. He who hides his sins doesn't prosper, but whoever confesses and stops doing them finds mercy. Conceals and renounces. So there you have it. A couple of proverbs, actually many proverbs. So some great ideas of how to live life, and also some great words to use in English. So I hope you learned a lot, and I hope we're getting to be better people all the time. So have a great day, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.